Hello, strangers, friends, internet, acquaintances, travelers, I don't know. Hi, my name is Eliah, and I'm glad you're here. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whenever you are, where I am, and when I am. It is June, and June means Pride Month, and I don't know how to feel about it. I A couple of years ago, I think it was probably the second year of the pandemic or something, I referred to myself as a pride grinch, and that is also something I have some feel. I don't know how to feel about pride. The more I grow into my own queerness, the more it is just a part of who I am and not something I feel the constant need to define or shape or explain. The more complicated my feelings towards pride become. And I feel like there's not a lot of space for those feelings, which is ironic because, like, isn't this like aren't isn't this month supposed to be about and for queer people? I don't know if it is. I really don't know. Like, I am, but yeah, I I wrote something. I just wrote in my journal something resembling a poem, a journal entry, a letter. I don't know. I don't need to push this text into a category or an identity. I can just, it can just be. And it doesn't have to fit into anything or do anything or satisfy anything. It's just there, like me. So, it is one that feels more vulnerable because it feels angry and hurt in a personal way, and it feels like it's something that I haven't, or there are parts of it at least, that are just about my feelings and that haven't really been calibrated to reality, whatever that means, because arguably my feelings are also my reality. But yeah, so I don't know. I've been thinking about or kind of contending with something that I'm struggling with. It turns out that I still have a hard time not being right about my feelings. Like, at least it's something I'm noticing. So I'm just gonna try and kind of, instead of being offended or not offended by, or like activated by other people having feelings and opinions that I disagree with and that feel like personal in a way, or that make me feel defensive. Instead, I am just going to let other people's experience be other people's experience, and also let my experience be my experience, and let it exist in the world without having to match other people's experience. So, okay, I've talked for 5 minutes now. So I think I'm ready to just read whatever this is to you, and hope that it does something for me or anyone. So yeah, this is a safe place for people who are having complicated feelings about pride? Question mark? I don't know. If this is you, I'm glad you're here. And if this is not you, I don't know how you'll feel about this, but we'll get through it. Okay? Okay, cool. Also, before I start, this is just a reminder to myself. If I mess up, meaning if I kind of trip over a word or have to restart a sentence, I'm not going to re-record this again or stop or whatever. It's fine. And I'm also not gonna keep... You know what? I'm gonna start. White supremacist, colonialist, capitalist patriarchy, a mouthful. The systems we live in, teach us to hide. To hide our love, to hide ourselves. So deep, in fact, we don't even know what's there. And then the system, white supremacist, colonialist, patriarchy. I forgot capitalist, I think. Whatever this is, it then goes around and celebrates community and pride once a year, just long enough to convince us we're actually the problem or the solution. Be here now, but only here and only now. If that's not what makes you feel a part of it, makes you feel important and as though you do belong somewhere, you're just not trying hard enough. Then there is rules. More rules. About who and how, and I get it. I really fucking do. But in the end, I would love to know who you are beneath the glitter when the show stops and the lights go out. Do you feel more loved? More worthy? More you? How does it make you really feel to celebrate something you hide every day? Or do you? How don't you? What is queerness if not madness? What is queerness if not resisting the status quo and the colonizing of the mind? We should get to celebrate. But we should also just get to live. Can I just be? Can I just be me, be happy, be sad, be quiet and loud, fearful and proud, lonely and longing, at odds and at home? In the quiet? In my rest? Why do I only get to be queer when I'm making a show of it? Which feelings do we get to show and which ones are left stashed in the closet because they are not deemed empowering enough? You celebrate community, but you don't invite your disabled friends. You don't even ask. We're just an aside. In the way of your queer joy. If it's not loud and flashy, it doesn't exist. I'm so tired of finding myself through trying on roles, femme or mask, top or bottom, butcher, twink, here or there. I really don't know what to think. When did everything get so confusing? A lonely 30-something queer just talking to paper and ink. What about the meaning of queer as spontaneous creation, uncertainty and natural variety, meaning who do you love and what do you care for? What about fear and what we are scared of? Doesn't that get to be a part of it? Officially, not just as a trick of the eye or a play on words. Who do you hate and what makes you cry? What is the opposite of sin? If pride is a virtue, what does it bring? Does it make the world a better place without or within? Don't get me wrong. I think pride is important. But there is something sinister to the contorting and the making a spectacle of something we've always been. We are the court jesters, the rebel within, who speak truth to power, but to what end? And is that really what's happening? I don't know if this is just me being bitter about having been left out of something that matters. Maybe it's just my aversion to bling, hiding demand, or my traumatized body that makes me feel banned from taking part in gathering of people in joy that should also be mine. I wish I saw things differently. Wish I felt safe around people like me. But I've been burned just a little too hard. When I was trying my best to do my part and make the world a better place, you stomped on my heart and spit in my face. You never forgave me for holding my pain in an honest way, so I would refrain from pushing it onto other people. I'm sorry I hurt you by trying to hold my own and realizing I couldn't take more on. I hope you recover. I hope that you heal. I hope your needs are met and your dreams become real. I wish all of that for everyone. I hope that none of your parts are made to hide, and until then, I wish you a happy Pride.